All right, guys, welcome to another video. It's your boy, Patty Rick, and I am out here with Harley Davidson. We are at the 2024 Street Glide, Road Glide, and CVO Road Glide ST press event here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. You can see the mountains in the background. We are here on track today to ride this CVO ST model. Tons of horsepower, tons of torque, fantastic suspension. I'm super excited. So here's a cool montage for you. Show off this beautiful ST, and we'll get through today, and we'll talk about the Road Glide and Street Glide later. Thanks, gang. All right, gang, we are here on the 2024 Harley Davidson CVO
Road Glide ST,
Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We are on the beautiful pearl black. Casey with the Harley Davidson race team just tuned our suspension up for us because I'm a bigger fella, as y'all know. We've got this bike in sport mode. We've got all new control layout. Not 100% new, but some really cool new features on here that are super exciting. Rockford Fosgate stereo, forged carbon fiber front fender here on the tank, behind me on the seat, as well as on the titanium exhausts. Surprisingly very light feeling bike, and it is right at a dry weight of 800 pounds even dry. I believe it is something like 25 pounds lighter than the previous model, which is a 60 pounds lighter than the model before that. So we're talking 75 to 85 pounds lighter than a bike made just 2 years ago. So steel braided brake lines to some big Brembo brakes. We've got inverted Showa fully adjustable front forks. We've got a dual shock on the rear, also Showa, also fully adjustable external reservoirs. All right, first session out on the track. We are following my boy Travis Wyman. We are going to see what sort of shenanigans we can get up to. We've got a couple stops, couple U-turns, figure eight kind of situations. It does have that familiar Harley kind of shake and shimmy, not nearly as much as, you know, kind of the family Road King back in Atlanta, but definitely more shake than the Sportster S that we have at the shop. But just a really nice familiar feeling. Hydraulic clutch, hydraulic brakes, obviously. Adjustable brake lever, which super pumped about. All right, here we go, internet. Good acceleration. I mean, we're talking a monstrous amount of torque out of this engine. I want to say it is in the neighborhood of 145-ish pound-feet of torque. A little under that in horsepower numbers, but I'm not super concerned with horsepower. I think we all know that torque is the name of the game with these big old V-twins. I'll slow her way down. Super easy to U-turn. Keep your balance on the outside. Look where you want to go. The slow speed handling is something that they definitely, you know, obviously this is a very sporty bike. They want it to act as such, but they did not want to sacrifice the streetability of the you know, the roots of a
Road Glide.
So slow speed maneuverability, super easy. Here we go. Third gear coming over the rumbles. Go down to second. You know, big things I'm noticing is just how smooth everything is. It's got that Harley rumble you love to see, you love to hear and feel. The intake sound is great. The exhaust sound is great. There's a little bit of full throttle up to 80 miles an hour. Brakes are smooth, linear. I can feel this thing does have quite a lot of cool features. Something I am noticing on the throttle is it does have that rock forward to cancel the cruise control, like almost every Harley does. You'll love to see it. The windshield on this is really good, at least in this first session so far. I'm not getting a lot of buffeting or anything like that on my helmet, not a ton of wind noise, but it does have that little adjustable fin. First session on this 121 rocket ship. What a blast. That was awesome, man. Yeah. Oh man, I'll talk to you guys after lunch. Alrighty, gang, we are done with lunch. We are done with another kind of press meeting. We talked about some stuff. We got to see the race bikes in all of their glory, Dank Nooners and all. Got some great instruction from Kyle and Travis Wyman, from James Rispoli. You know, super pumped to be connected with those guys for the rest of 2024. Made some new friends while we're out here, which is obviously the goal. We want to make friends and have a good time. This is the same bike I rode earlier. It is adjusted for my kind of weight, height, and all that fun stuff, all pre-set up for me, which is fantastic. Thank you to the Harley Davidson race team crew, Casey, for getting that hooked up for me. And we are getting ready to go out for our afternoon session. That's our little Johnny, the little race logo that they brought over from the team, which is super cool. They do have the slider on here, but outside of that, that's pretty much how this comes, the SVO ST. Super fun day so far. The instruction's been great, talking to the team and to the riders, and I just realized I am missing a GoPro, so let me go get that. Okay, so looks like we are going to be out with the media crew for a little bit of beauty shots. We do have the display in sport mode now, so that we can kind of see the other different functions. You know, the switch on this bike, super easy to use. It's going to be the same on the bikes tomorrow in our other video, kind of how these work. What's really nice and a big feature about this joystick kind of setup is instead of having to reach all the way over here to hit the button, you can now just hit it from the bottom. So you can use the joystick in the center, or you can do that guy right there. Back button's in a good spot. Blinker left, blinker right. What's really nice is there's the horn on the inside here, mode on the inside here. You can actually flip that by pushing on that button. Go back to track mode. This does have the Rockford Fosgate 5¼ inch speakers, this audio system. We do have a couple of different storage cubbies on this bike. They are like huge volume wise, and they do have a USB-C plug for Apple CarPlay. We'll kind of explore that more tomorrow as we cruise those city streets and up to Lake Mead and stuff like that. We do have the wind deflectors. You can kind of set them where you want to. I'm going to leave mine out. They are down here. We've got the Screaming Eagle breather. Big design change with that. It's more of a race-inspired intake. It's a lot further forward, so your leg does not come in contact with it, which is great. You know, just little, they've done a lot of little subtle changes that have made this thing frankly incredible. So yeah, from Travis himself, the only difference between the Track and the Track Plus is track mode, as I stated earlier, has it disconnects the rear brakes from the front, in that if you push just the rear, it will only do just the rear. If you hit the front brake, it still does both in the track mode. If you go to Track Plus, the front brake is only front brake. Here we go. I love this sport layout on the dash. I do love that more and more companies are going to a TFT display. This one in particular is a 12.3 inch. Same on the Street Glide and the Road Glide. Digital instrument cluster, which again, looks great. Full color TFT, full touchscreen as well. So let's talk about things I really like about this bike. First impressions, the brakes, obviously. I keep talking about it. They're so confidence inspiring. Even on an 800+ pound motorcycle, this suspension, you know, going with a Showa kit that has since been set up for me. If you've never had like a dialed suspension, have somebody, whether it's a shop or a professional, somebody dial in your suspension. It is a life-changing experience. You know, for all my street folks even, you're gonna find everything becomes more responsive, easier to do, and ultra slow speed maneuvers, not a problem. But things I wish were a little different. The seat's really good. It's got a lot of support. It comes up your backside a decent bit. I do wish it had a little more padding, but you know, all things considered, it's a really good seat. It's got plenty of power. I'm having a blast. We're gonna let them go so we can talk about who I think this bike is for. I think this is a bike for anybody who's into this West Coast kind of styling, really bringing the performance to the bagger category. It's something that I find really interesting. It's new in a way that the OEMs are starting to listen to that audience and starting to produce in-house a lot of the things that the sport bagger guys are looking for. King of Baggers obviously having a huge influence on that. Now, do I think this is your beginner rider, even maybe an intermediate rider, this might be a bad idea? Ooh, not a bad idea per se, but might be a bit much. Just depends on what you want and what you're used to. You know, 121 cubic inch, 140 odd pound-feet of torque, 125-ish horsepower, 5,900 RPM red line. But I think this bike is very much for a seasoned rider, somebody who's seen the amount of performance that these King of the Baggers bikes can get. It's impressive and just kind of bananas that I never thought personally that a performance bagger would really be a thing. I was talking to my friend behind me here, riding in the Ozarks, and we both kind of came to the consensus that we like the throttle map of the track mode better than that of the sport mode. It definitely feels much more linear in the bottom end, and that's what it is. So, end of the day, last lap of the session. I'm gonna let you guys just listen in on what's going on here. Alright guys, this has been Patty Rick for Chaseontwowheels here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway on the 2024 Harley Davidson CVO
Road Glide.
ST on track. Guys, it's been an absolute honor and a pleasure. Thank you for allowing me to bring you on this journey. Today we've got another bunch of fun bikes tomorrow, the street-oriented model, the little more cruiser-oriented model, the Street Glide and the Road Glide. And, you know, outro crew, what do you guys think about this? Obviously, Harley needs to send us one. Obviously, Harley needs to send us one of these. Maybe two, if I could convince them. I doubt it, but we'll try. But, that, my friends, is, I guess, it. That's a wrap. That's a wrap on day one. So check in for tomorrow's video and or the rest of this video. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let me know, Chris. Talk to you guys later. See you on the next one. Bye.